Or did you forget? Did you have amnesia now? Yeah. I saw that coming. Hello, I'm MankoMan and I'm back with more Demon Slayer. This is episode 3. So, episode 2 was absolutely amazing. I thought it was one of the best episodes of Demon Slayer lore-wise. The way, I think episode 2 was just perfect in terms of separating Demon Slayer from just your average shonen, and that's great. I think that's amazing. Demon Slayer has its own identity now, of course. Guys with swords killing demons, and that's pretty common, but not thematically. It's not all that explored. You might look at past anime and you won't see this stuff, at least to this degree, right? This is a good exploration of that, and also, the culture of that era is being explored thoroughly. Of course, in anime format, it does not need to be accurate, but from what I have seen so far, it is actually accurate with the whole prostitute thing, the Oiran stuff, and yeah, I really liked how they went so in depth into their character building. Not character building, the world building. Character building, not all that much character building yet in Demon Slayer at all. I don't expect there to be much because the characters are already perfect. So you can't really build them. You can just really have them gain more experience, and that'll be it. But that said, Inosuke found Tengen's wife, who's being captured by the Upper Moon. I think it's 6. I think they're going to go in order. So Upper Moon 6 has captured her and questioning her, and it's in Inosuke's house. So his wife from Tanjiro's house is missing, and his wife from Zenitsu's house, not really. We don't really know anything about her because Zenitsu is too busy turning a biwa, I think it's called, into an electric guitar. Probably not a biwa, probably something else, but yeah. He's playing it like an electric guitar. My favorite scene from the previous episode. But this episode, let's go. Demon Slayer Entertainment District Arc Episode 3 in 3, 2, 1. Edo Yoshiwara. Yeah, that's a different CGI crowd again. This is probably the demon. Backstory? Is it? Do you want to disappear next? Omae wa mou shinderu. They didn't say which house. I love Aimer. I love her so much. It's a flashy death battle that he wanted. This scene will be epic. Don't know when that's gonna happen. We haven't really seen much of Nezuko at all. I love this song. That's Hinokami Kagura. I'm just realizing that he's using Hinokami Kagura. Well, he's using both, but... Okay, that looks like more noticeable CGI. Ogimoto, which was that house? Only Ufotable could do that. It's Zenitsu's house. Picking up where we left off here. Damn. Was that what the two kids were talking about? Probably. She's an upper demon. She's got to be really strong. That's exactly what's happening in there. Slimy stuff. That was fast. Wow. You probably killed him. This storyboarding is insane. Don't take them off. Oh, that's not good. Not the right way to go about it. Just ask her calmly, man. He sort of sounds like a woman, I guess. There's... she is. But her eyeballs don't have the number. Who's that voice actor? No, that's not right. Holy fuck! Let's fucking go. Are we gonna get a fight already? That would be amazing. I wanna see a fight already. And he'd get his ass handed to him. It's an upper demon. Fuck, we cut away. Mr. Perfect Tanjiro. Make a problem. Make another problem. What is he doing? Lubricating the door? This is so good. Okay. That's how she died.
私の味方をしてくれないの？私の尺に触るような子たちが悪いとは思わない。
I'm really making a very compassionate demon right now. He's not human.
この店がこれだけ大きくなったと思ってんだバーバ。
So she fucked humans? Was she fine with that?
私が子供の頃聞いたことがあるのよ。茶屋のおばあさんに物忘れがひどくなってた。ある花魁の話をした。ものすごいべっぴんだったけど、ものすごい性悪で、おばあさんが子供の時と中年の時にそういう花魁を見たって。その花魁たちは姫ってつく名を好んで使って気に食わないことがあると首を傾けて下からねめつけてくる独特の癖があったって。
All the same person. That better be a Nichiren knife. So she is... I guess she's putting lenses on?
今までみんなそうして生きてきた。お前は私が思っていたよりずっと頭が悪かったようだね。残念だよ、大光。そんなに怯えなくても大丈夫さ。
Upper 6. Damn. That's a brutal way of showing it. Blushes.
しかし油断をするにうまくことが進んでいる時の足を
承知いたしました。
視察隊でも手だれの柱などはすぐにこちらが鬼だ。しかしこちらからは柱ほど実力のあるもの以外人間など見ただけではほとんど違いがわからない。血の種類や病気、遺伝子など人間にわからないことは判別できる。
Ducky.
私はお前に期待している。お前は誰を美しい。そして柱を父に葬る。これからもっともっと強く残酷な特別な。
Don't end the episode. Please don't end the episode.
毛がいるようだね。お前は。
わらび姫オイラ。この通りだ。勘弁してやってくれ。別の店の時間だ。客が来る。俺はきつく叱っておくから。どうか今は。どうか俺の顔を。
Look at the detail on the pins. Holy shit. So much work.
はい来たばかりの子に辛く当たりすぎてやってやってちょうだい。旦那さん顔を上げておくれ。
Yeah, master.
ごめんなさいね。最近ちょいと尺に触ることが多くって仕事するからさっさと片付けない。
人呼べ。あれ、片付けろ。それじゃねえ。
あのガキ、この感触からすると軽症で失神はしているけれど受け身を取りやがって。
Oh, okay.
鬼殺隊なんだろう。走る実力。
No, that's fucking hot. I shouldn't say that.
うまくすれた。どんどんみんな殺してってあげる。
She's probably the smartest demon, because this is fucking smart.
濁った匂いがする。
Like compared to Kaza, he's just a simple dude. He's one of the fight and kill. But she's fucking smart, and that's the end of the episode. Good way to end it, but they're really good at doing that. I just want to watch more. That's it. That card is so good. I think I said that in the previous episode too. So, I mean, I'll appreciate it twice. Okay. Post-credit scene. Epic.
俺どうしたの？
Ore?
そうね、私前後だったからここになった夢を見てたの。ご飯持ってきてあるから食べてね。ほっぺたこれで冷やして。
First time he's been treated nicely by women, probably.
見かけほどひどくないよ。
No, he's been far more hurt.
男たり、乙女が泣いていれば助けるのは当たり前だ。男じゃないけどね、つまり人間というものはね、例えば長女とかね、私長女なんで、年下の子が泣いてたらほっとけないじゃない、普通ね。
あの人たちはみんな自分のことで精一杯だから。猫ちゃんみたいな優しい人は初めてよ。
That's what... I mean, he's a demon slayer. He helps people for a living. That's the difference between,
ありがとう。
you know, having to help people as a job. You will help them. Or did you forget? Did you have amnesia now? Yeah. I saw that coming.
今日待ちに待ったクリスマスだ。ねずこちゃんをクリスマスパーティーにお呼びした。そのまま式を挙げることになってもいいように準備に抜かりはない。
The little figures.
パーティーご招待ありがとう。メリークリスマス。もういろんなことが大渋滞だよ。お前ら誰もクリスマスに呼ばれたことがないんだろ。いいからねずこちゃんいろいろか。
I love how they have. She always has like a. I love how she has a baguette in her mouth, in like the post scenes. It's over. Okay. Another top tier episode. I'm talking masterpiece level episode. If this season continues with this level of quality, I will rate it a 10, because that's how good it is right now. Like, these episodes are absolutely mind-blowing with how good they are. I'm not just saying that as, a fanboy, because I'm not a fan of Demon Slayer. I don't like the basic bitch characters. Kind of boring. And the story is extremely basic. Classic shonen. But it's just changing so much. Like, as I said already, that they've already differentiated themselves as to, they're not just a shonen anymore. They are Demon Slayer. And if someone else tries to do sword stuff with this era period, they're going to compare it to Demon Slayer. Get what I'm saying? The Demon Slayer is like a new form of shonen that will probably get imitated, because there's a severe lack of sword stuff, really. You look at sword fights. If you want to watch good, well-animated sword fights, where do you look? Samurai Champloo, Sword of the Stranger, the movie. Samurai, Trust X Betrayal, Rurouni Kenshin, that is. And that's it. That's really it. I thought the Yasuke anime that came recently, that would have been good. Could have been good. It was fucking trash, so not that. So this is like definitely going to popularize this traditional aspect, right? So about this traditional aspect, Tengen's wife referred to him as Tengen-sama. So it is like a patriarchal system, which I have no issues with. Well, I have issues with it in the current era, because in the current era, if I had a girlfriend and she referred to me as sir, it would be fucking weird. I'd be weirded out. But it's a different era. Tengen has a harem, so yeah. It's a patriarchal society that it's everything that Twitter is gonna hate. But I mean, Twitter does not have, they're not otaku enough to pick on the Tengen-sama, so they're not going to be able to tell it. But the way she refers to him is in a highly respectful tone. It still happens. I mean, I live in India. It still happens in India, right? Like, men are treated like a higher level in marriage. Like, they still get shit on by their wives, but at least referred to in a superior tone. That said, I want to break down some of the cuts. Not many impressive scenes of animation in this episode, because, well, there's no action. That said, wait, what the fuck am I saying? Did I totally forget the Inosuke sequence? The Inosuke sequence was brilliant. I need to watch that again. First of all, this stuff, right? So I was wondering why they would panel it this way, storyboard it this way. And that's because everything here can rotate. There we go. It's in ones. It's all CGI. All of it. Every single component on your screen right now, on my screen right now, it is CGI. And my god, is it mind-blowing. The characters also probably CGI. Yes. Man, look at even the Even the crowd in the very back, you see those trees, and underneath that there's a crowd. Even they are moving. I mean, if you can make them move, why not, right? So the thing that separates Ufotable crowd CGI and KyoAni crowd CGI, I don't know if KyoAni does this, I haven't really focused on their crowd CGI much. The speciality with Ufotable crowd CGI here is you can see the total lack of detail in this. They're extremely low detailed, and that is actually really important. So if you take a look at the Attack on Titan season 4 CGI models, far more detail. Some of the most highly detailed CGI I've seen in anime. Nearest competition has like Dorohedoro, but Dorohedoro is like the same staff, but with, you know, a far better time schedule, production schedule. So of course they'd be more polished. But take like the Armored Titan, right? Armored Titan compared to this guy. This guy's like a few lines. CGI is a few lines. Armored Titan has probably as many lines as this guy has as a whole in like one plate of armor or something. So now why is this important to make these characters lower detail? Because they are put far away from the frame. It's CGI models, you're going to put them far away from the frame. So when they're put close to the, far away from the frame, like in Attack on Titan, there are scenes where you have to show the characters as they're far from the frame, right? Far from the camera. So because their character models are so detailed, they stand out as sore thumbs. They will stand out. It's not like their fault for animating it poorly. It's because the CGI models get compressed. So they are really high detailed models, and when they're shown from a really far distance, they can't lower detail according to it because they're using the same model for the same high detailed model even for further away cuts. So an example, let me just pull it up. I'm breaking this stuff down, might as well go super in depth with it. So here you can see the Warhammer Titans model. That's a brilliant model. It's a really good looking model. The line work is excellent. It almost makes it look entirely like CGI. It's not in the model anymore, really. It's really not in the models anymore. It's in the movement, and even in the movement department, Mappa has done their level best to make it look as 2D as possible. So this looks completely natural. If you pause this and you show it to me, I'd have a hard time figuring out whether it's 2D or 3D. Of course, the colors are super bland, which is something Ufotable does brilliantly. They have a far richer color palette, which really helps pop out every single character. I mean, that's a problem with the compositing team mostly, so not really their fault. And here we go, right? It's further away from the screen right now, further away from the camera right now, and you can see it sticks out. The Warhammer sticks out like a sore thumb. I'm gonna enlarge this. It looks so weird in this frame. It just doesn't look right at all. And the reason is that this is the same model that's been used that you saw in the previous scene. So using that model in this situation, which means all of that detail being compressed and put in a further distance. So in 2D animation, this obviously won't happen, because if you're drawing it further away, you can just add lower detail. You're drawing it from scratch every single time. So you'll just draw it with lesser detail, so it won't stand out. But if you're using higher detailed models and you use it further away from the screen, they will stick out like sore thumbs. It's like a technology limitation. All you can do is make two models, like a model specifically for the close cuts, close shots, and another one for the further shots. Here you can see that the CGI itself is really low detail. So when if this CGI, yeah, it will work in the opposite way. If you're putting it closer to the camera, it'll stand out like a sore thumb. It's like absolutely no detail whatsoever. So you'll be like, what the fuck am I looking at? But because it's so far from the screen and it's low detail, it won't stand out. It will be perfect. It's just perfect. And yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, why am I sorry? This is why you are watching my videos. If you like this kind of stuff, you need to subscribe. And if you just want to watch reactions, then watch reactions and leave. But I love going in depth and analyzing stuff like the CGI elements and the 2D animation element. And again, this is something that only Ufotable could do. It's so good. I'm always amazed at what these guys can pull off. It's so impressive. Again, the movement is really stiff with the characters, but who cares? It's CGI. And it's just a random background character. No one gives a shit about them. So it is still, like, this is such high quality. This is almost at the same level, if not better, than the Demon Slayer game. The CGI in the Demon Slayer game. And here, again, really slight movement with the feather particles. I thought those were snowflakes at first. Those were just feathers. But everything else about this, pretty dope. She heard a girl crying. Wait a minute. So this is Inosuke's house. She infiltrated Inosuke's house as a demon because she caught a sniff of, I guess, demon hunters coming. How did she find her? That's something I don't have an idea about. How did she find Tengen's wife? Maybe she's just really good at it. I don't know. Hope they explain it. If they explain it, 10 on 10. If they don't explain it, well, it's no Osama ranking. It does not have to be perfect, right? And then Inosuke is chasing the monster down. I saw this panning shot, right? So I'm thinking this is an illustration. I don't think I did. It's just blur, no smears there. And he throws that. I don't think the demon saw Inosuke. So she doesn't really know which one Inosuke is, but there are not going to be many, young prostitutes with the same voice. And this is when I realized that the background is CGI. Look at that slow rotation. I think it's CGI. It's shifting in perspective, isn't it? I can't tell. I'm genuinely lost. If you know whether this background is CGI or just an illustration and they're just playing with perspective, please tell me. Because if this is actually CGI, then they've mastered CGI. They don't even need to do illustrations. They can just use CGI for the backgrounds. Of course, that would be far more effort. Instead of just drawing one page, they have to create a whole model. So maybe they'll reuse this. Yeah, the smears there. Pretty dope cut. And everything about the shot composition, right? We have a close-up with Inosuke's face, just for tension building. And to hear his inner thoughts. If you're going to do their inner thoughts, this is the best way to do it. And again, another cut with him just running after her. I mean, look at those quads and look at those calves. I don't think that's quite obvious he's a guy. Look at those calves. I mean, like women could get those calves easily if they work out like regularly. Again, I think this is Kakani being used here, not this one, here. No, not really. It's not heavily in between. But if this is Kakani, I wouldn't be surprised. Epic running. And this little stuff is what Ufotable does so well. I guess the word is CGI then. But you can see the bend, right? It's like drinking water, or kind of like drinking water. It's like a swallowing stuff. So it's like a cylinder, and if it reaches at this point, it'll expand, and when this will contract, it'll expand. It's like peristaltic movement, and so that expanding and contracting is happening up there, and they show that so nicely. It's such a nice effect, and you really wanted some of that high quality Ogimoto pussy, and what you get is a brutal fucking. Yeah, they animated that so well. Oh, look at the fucking veins. Oh, this is oh, it's a really funny drawing. Like this is a super funny drawing. Yeah, I'm a kid laughing at this stuff. And if he didn't come in front of him, it would have been so much better for Inosuke. He's using his sixth form, I think, or seventh form, and he sees the thing going down. Love this effect, by the way. This is definitely a filter. It's not animated like this. It's just animated normally and the filter is added because it's sort of obvious. It does not look like glass on paint animation from Mob Psycho 100. It's not animation, it's just compositing, which is what Ufotable does best. So yeah. And this is so good. They don't even need to animate. They can just show the character's perspective and then just use CGI for the purpose. Such a good cut. First you show Inosuke's thoughts and then you show a further shot to show the scale of what he's working with here. Just storyboard it to perfection for a scene that's not really all that important. I mean, when perfection is required of you, I guess this is what you do. Why am I saying this? Because in the first season, there weren't very impressive shots in the first few episodes. I'd say like with the CGI, that is, with the 2D animation, there was what was it? Tanjiro vs Sabito. I think it was Masayaki Kunihiro sword fight animation, very good. But as far as the 3D went, the first holy fuck, what am I looking at moment came in the Suzumi arc, where the house rotated, where the room rotated and changed. That was incredible. That was the first holy fuck, this is incredible. I know that only Ufotable could do this moment in Demon Slayer season 1. And another moment, of course, was the whole dimensional rift stuff in episode 26. Absolute masterpiece of a segment. In season 2, it feels like every single episode they're doing that. They're making something that only Ufotable would be able to make, and that's amazing. It's only improving in quality, which is great. Nothing much to see here. I mean, from a story building point of view, a lot of stuff to see here, but from animation point of view, nothing much. Sinister Tanjiro. This is also hilarious. I love Inosuke, man. Inosuke is funniest. They nailed comedic timing now. Ufotable is doing a pretty good job with comedy. And that's fucking brutal, isn't it? Pulling a girl's ear until it bleeds. Pulling anyone's ear until it bleeds. How does that even happen? Oh my god. It got cut here, I guess? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, that's so painful. This whole segment. I love these filters that they're applying. Man, she's amazing. I love her as a villain. I mean, nothing spectacular or era-defining, but just how they use this traditional stuff and add it to this anime is great. That is not CGI, but the other stuff is. Yeah, this on the top left, and the long one that goes across the screen, that's CGI, but the one that wrapped her legs are not. Yeah, she's just really hot. Oh my god, she's so hot. Should I use this as a thumbnail? This would be a good thumbnail, so might as well print screen. She fucking kills her and then walks like Catwoman. That is also CGI. It's quite obvious CGI though. Again, Why is that very obvious there? Because her scarves or whatever that thing is. My computer's running a little bit slow right now. I apologize for that. That's why I can't pull up the screens fast. Okay, it was before this. Yeah. This looks awkward because her scarves have a lot of detail in them. You can see the line work or that stuff. And they're using the same model here in a further shot. And that's why it looks out of place. Hey, I'm glad they put the shot in. Now, it looks awkward, but I could further explain how CGI models work. It looks awkward because it's getting compressed in the shot because she is further away from the frame, further away from the camera. Why do I keep saying further away from the... It makes sense, I guess, but colors, lighting, all of that perfect again. Hair animation. Don't tell me the hair is CGI. That's not CGI. No way. I won't believe it. Muzan just appears out of nowhere. She completely changes her personality. She's getting those blushies. Man, she's so hot though. Really good character design. You can make her look menacing if you want, make her look hot as fuck and cute as fuck. This is just so really impressive. Boom. Damn. And here, this fucking idiot. I know he was happy and all, but did he just forget that he just met an upper rank demon? You should be on your guard, man. You know? Or stuff like this happens. Okay, that is also fully CGI, right? That shot is actually quite intriguing. So they added shadows. He did not hear that because it was he already said. So I guess this stuff is CGI and the shadows of the background is part of the CGI, but you can see the shadow that's coming over his face as the scarves are folding him up. That is not CGI. That is actual just hand-drawn shadows. And then you cut here because you can't really... Wait, are those smears? Those look like smears. I mean, these are definitely... I don't know if this is hand-drawn or CGI. Yeah, I give up. I give up, eFotable. You win. You've mastered CGI to a degree that you're probably the best at it, alongside KyoAni. And she always has the baguette in her face. I love her. Just gonna screenshot that as well. So I got my thumbnail, I got my end card. Oh, how much time? 50-minute episode because of the animation analysis. Really good episode. Waiting for the next one. That's it. It's pretty straightforward. Plot-wise, I don't really want to talk about it much. Zenitsu obviously got kidnapped. We still don't know where she is, the one that was kidnapped earlier. And the one that Tanjiro is searching for, again, we don't know where she is. Definitely not dead. And they're not going to introduce the characters only to kill them off. And the one that Tanjiro is looking for, not even introduced. I'm assuming she's gotten all three. Because Tanjiro's one is missing, which probably either means that she escaped or she's been caught. I bet that she got caught. Number two, the one in Inosuke's house. We saw her, she's caught. Number three, the one in Zenitsu's house, where the demon lives. She's obviously, definitely 100% caught. Unless she's like the best kunoichi ever or something. If that's not the case, she's been caught too. Yeah, so all three of them are caught. rescue operations next. Zenitsu's also caught. Yeah, fuck me. Totally forgot about that. Rescue operations, I guess. And Tanjiro... What did Tanjiro find? Tanjiro did not find much in this episode. We did not see Tengen at all. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the music. The music, I think they make it after they storyboard the episodes. I don't know, right? Because every single cut has its own music based on which character is on screen or what kind of event is happening. So that could only really happen if they know what kind of music to use here beforehand. Or maybe it's like a Kevin Penkin situation where the composer goes through the manga, flips the pages, and then makes music according to that. Because you can apply that to anime if you order the story in the same way. And that's it. Waiting for next episode. Very hyped for this. This is so good. Demon Slayer slowly turning into my favorite anime? Question mark. I don't really enjoy Demon Slayer much. My favorite shonen in this era is still Jujutsu Kaisen. I'd say Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Aka, Demon Slayer, and Fire Force. Yeah, that's all. That's everything I've seen. There are more, of course. There's Black Clover. I haven't seen that. There's One Piece. I haven't seen One Piece. One Piece, again, not really of this era, you could say. Boruto, I have no plans of watching that, except maybe the full Sakuga episodes. I've already watched episode 65, which was a masterpiece. So if there are more full Sakuga episodes, which there probably are, probably look into that, but that's pretty much it. I have no interest in Boruto. But yeah, this is slowly achieving Jujutsu Kaisen level of awesomeness. I don't like the characters as much as I love Jujutsu Kaisen characters, but the plot is just so intriguing. Jujutsu Kaisen is an urban fantasy. This is not an urban fantasy. They're creating their own world. It's a rural fantasy, and they're doing it quite well. I'm really loving the season so far. So I'll catch you guys next week with another episode of Kimetsu no Yaiba Entertainment District Arc. Until then, keep moving forward. Destroy your enemies and not your dick.